Oh, the whole company is here. Galulja?
Shale made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management.
Good. Sphene?
Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think at what they were researching, but this is no time to be squeamish.
Okay, Krile.
An institute on preservation scale would have had many such facilities in the city. Yet I cannot help but wonder if this one is where my parents worked.
Lamati.
It sounds like Golulja played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is all over.
Shale.
I'll share the method we used to find the containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the back room.
Okay. Lift attendant.
Ready to head on up? Next stop, the 10th level.
Okay, let's go.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
You got the lights working!
Oh, wow.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Krile and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in FFXIV, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
What will you say? Your treasure, Shale. Sounds like you need one of Genald's energy tonics. No, it is bad thing. Let's go with the first one. Your treasure.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course, but I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
No, he's such an idiot. It is not possible.
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
She has a plan.
You all know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. And I've learned of a certain device that should help us do just that.
I wonder what this Calyx wants to do with people, with neo-regulators. He just wants to kill them and copy tier minds into the cloud or something. Huh.
I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office.
I mean, the writing in that part of MSQ is so poor quality that makes me cry. Oh no! Yeah, I feel like there is a little bit undercooked. I feel like they're kinda scared to speak out loud about it, because it is kinda... It is not dark, but it is like, it is a horror. Psychological. Like you could do so much to prevent all that chaos. But it is... anyway, it is kinda interesting.
Now, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data.
I'm glad I played Soma before these patches. No, it is not.
This room we're in is the Researchers' Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is to the northeast of here.
It is a poor written villain. Yeah, I agree. Villain is kinda... I kinda don't like him. Just to fill the plot hole. Yeah, it's I kinda like a crazy Sphene, but this little guy, I feel like, yeah, he's just stupid.
So, we should cut across this circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but... Unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind.
Dragon Ball Z parody I posted on Discord got a lot of percent better writing than this, I think. Man, I will watch this. I will watch this, and I still holding previous video on a pause with wait a second. It was give me a second. Wait, it is a random memes, right? With a Sailor Moon. Oh my god, Sailor Moon, yeah.
Can't you know, work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind.
Security card.
Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we?
Okay. But I really like the team
I
in
expect
MSQ.
we'll have the most luck looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings.
You begin searching Containment Complex 10 to 29. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed.
Different colors. It is only thing I remembered. My brain is like hrothgar brain. Hrothgal even. I just always confused. Almost 100 picto. Let's go. All healers and casters at 100 soon. Yo, I want to level up Scholar because of the fairy. I feel like it will be super cool, because the reason why I started play as a sage, you can start play sage from high level, like you don't have to level up a lot. Abundant paperwork.
A few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. You find no security cards hidden among them.
No security cards. Okay. And this, speaking about MSQ, this all stuff like this is actually pretty interesting. If you copy your mind, like pure copy, how it can exist without physical body, because this mind, it's like how to explain it? Give me a minute. The mind, it's like a product of this body. It is a product of the brain, physical brain. And the brain regulates a lot of things inside your body that you're not even aware of. The mind is actually, it's a super low percentage of all the system, and if you put it out, it will go insane in a, like if you put this thingy in something and run it, it will go insane. It will be in a couple of minutes without all of this. It just wouldn't work. You have to emulate a world like around it to compensate, like smells, feelings, like everything. Either way, it's like I don't know even. Wait, let me read. Good thing about leveling a scholar is that you level your summoner at the same time. It is a good thing. Actually, I'm pretty interested in a summoner. Notice board. Okay, let me try to.
A few indecipherable notes remain pinned to this notice board, but nothing that resembles a security card.
Okay. Desk organizer.
This small shelving unit holds some office supplies and little else of note.
Okay. Yeah, and speaking further, let's say if you're losing a hand, you have to spend significant amount of time to get used to it. And if you will copy like mind and run it, like copy of you without anything, without body, physical body. Yo, I even it's hard to think about it even. There could be phantom pains and
Was this really a preservation laboratory? I thought there'd be something more, I don't know, special about it.
Sphene?
These shelves are almost entirely bare, but I'll examine the files to be certain.
You scan the bin's interior hoping to find some card-shaped rubbish, but it appears to be empty.
Nothing in there then? I'm not even sure where people keep their personal belongings in this day and age.
This appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance that the desk's former owner has left some things behind.
Gimme.
You discover a card-shaped object. The electrope surface is marked with a bold level 1.
I love when developers doing this such descriptions when you're using something.
Oh, could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door and see if it opens.
It is like in old games like Resident Evil, Dino Crisis, and etc. Like you going to environment, you pressing interact button, and there is a message like you see dust on the table, and there is a thingy under the book. You want to collect it or something like that. Krile?
That looks like it could be a security card.
Okay, Lamatia.
No luck so far. This bin had nothing in it at all.
Why is she searching in the garbage can? This cats, man. Data terminal?
The terminal screen displays what appears to be the index page of an employee manual.
Okay, let's check. Personal protocols.
For security reasons, Containment Complex 10 to 29 has been registered as a materials distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, both inside and outside the facility.
Materials distribution center.
Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated workrooms, the Researchers' Commons, the Protolab, or the Deuterolab. Entrance into another workroom without official clearance is strictly prohibited. Carry your security card at all times. Your clearance level dictates the areas to which you have access. Equip your regulator at all times. Due to the highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within this complex, Preservation retains the ownership of and the rights to modify the memories of all registered personnel.
Okay.
Access denied. Please log in with your personnel account to view.
Stupid computer. Okay, let's go to the next
Complex Director, Demetrius Protolab Chief, ES4 Deuterolab Chief, redacted.
Maybe something more? I really like the lamps. Okay. Shale?
Ugh, the arcane circuits in use here are decades old. I'll keep at it, but a security card might be the only way we're getting past this lock anytime soon.
A scanning device. The card-shaped object you hold looks to be of a similar size to the scanner panel. You hold the card-shaped object up to the scanner.
It's open. You did it, Sunoka.
And a good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I am curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so that terminal there told me.
Director Dmitri.
Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Then let's continue onwards. The door to the Director's office is across this central hub.
Okay, let's go. Oh, this lighting here. The developer's using a lot of pink in this expansion, like a lot. Oh, there is a... Yo, this facility is kinda big. Director's office, Protolab, facilities. I can't pronounce this. What? Deuterolab? Let me check. Data table.
It appears to be a researcher's personal data tablet. Today I began my employment at Preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me, but when the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this work would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calyx's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained, that mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. I had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. I've heard others praise his genius intellect, yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calyx's blinding brilliance. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. As predicted, the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels, yet Queen Sphene insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. Our Milala colleagues, including the Protolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. Should I report my concerns to the director? From tomorrow, I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Deutera lab. We are scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. You have reached the end of the journal entries.
Okay. Huh. Lamati?
Looks like every room can be accessed from this hub.
This
Hello,
must be
sir.
the door to the director's office. Go on. Try the card.
Trial?
Not a single soul here besides us.
Shale?
Another locked door. We could try the same card again, but... Going by
Sphene?
the room labels on that map, we haven't entered any of the actual labs yet.
Okay, let's use.
You hold the level 1 security card up, but the scanner beeps in disapproval.
No good. Maybe we need a different card?
Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. As much as the delay chafes me, we'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Let's start our search in the Protolab. That door is already open at least. We will find a way through together. Shale, I'm sure of it.
Okay. I love these laboratories. And let's speak with everyone.
Please excuse my impatience. The means to track down Calyx are close, and I'm itching to get my hands on them.
This Calyx super wrong about evolution, like you just can't do. Okay, don't. I will not do it again. It's.
I dug through this data tablet and found a journal. I'll read it to you. The results of experiment 158 show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last, we have achieved the target value set by Master Calyx. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocols, I will preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. Preserve the number? Hum.
feel like he shouldn't copy people's minds. He should cultivate a new type of thing, like artificial mind. And it will be an evolution, because this artificial mind will know nothing about a physical body and feelings and everything. Trial?
This machine feeds into a soul cell. I am
Soul
reminded
cell.
of my imprisonment by the Empire. Surely this device wasn't made to hold people.
Lamati? What did you see?
These notes seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11,509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. All right then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9,834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea what any of that means. Maybe it will make sense later on.
Me either. Okay, let's go. Sphene?
The way this room is set up. The canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create Endless? But we could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, Gololja mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look?
Sphene.
It all looks so complicated. I shall have to ask Shale to teach me how to use these machines.
Okay.
The locker door is shut tight, but the number pad suggests that inputting the correct combination will open it. You have gleaned some numerical data during your investigation. Attempt to enter the combination?
Yes, I know the code.
Select the number keys on the pad to input a combination. Enter up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key.
Okay, it has to be 0, 0, 0, and 0.
You have entered 0000 on the number pad. Could this be the right combination?
Could be, yes.
The combination you entered is incorrect. Perhaps speaking with your comrades might yield some useful numerical hints.
Okay. Now, guys, you know all my passwords. Wookie, I feel like you know the combination.
These notes seem to be about the research they did in here. Let's take a look. Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11,509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. All right then. Oh, and one more. Experiment 163. New proposal produced a result of 9,834. Decreased value verified. Well, I have no idea.
You have entered 9834 on the number pad. Could this be the right combination? The combination...
Wait, how many?
You have entered 1...
6. We need 6. Lamati, I know. Ooh. Read it
These
again.
notes seem to be about the research they did in here.
Yes.
Experiment 148. Submitting inference candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review.
Man, I will never remember this. I need a pen. Oh my god, I'm too old to this. Wait, I will do a screenshot.
Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11,509.
Okay, let's skip it. Streamer. Oh, I could write it in the chat. Oh my god,
Select the number keys on the pad to input a combination. Enter up to 5 digits, then press the confirm key.
Wait, how many? Oh my god, I'm cooked.
You have entered 2.
Wait, oh my god, I need 5 digits. Oh, Jesus. Echo, you can type messages to yourself in game. And only you see it. Wait, actually? Ah, I see.
These notes seem to be... Experiment 158. Maximum value of 11,509 recorded. Comparative study to be included in the report. All
Holy, I did
The
it.
locker pops open. Inside, you discover a level 2 security card.
Whew. How I missed information about 5 digits
Sunoka,
in the
you
key.
got the locker open.
Okay, it's
And you found another security card. Oh, but does that say level 2? We needed a level 3, didn't we?
Yes, but it should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Sunoka.
We can attach level 1 card to level 2 card and we will get level 3 card out of it. It's like in Minecraft.
These preservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing their cards. I guess I imagined they'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you'll recall. It would seem the researchers who agreed with Calyx and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether.
Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. The one I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex, and afterwards it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calyx and his work. The entries ended after that, but maybe you can read more in the other tablet there.
Right, let's move this investigation to another room. Well, we have the Deutera Lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the southeast corridor,
So it's back to the hub and the locked door across the way.
which will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one, if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it.
Wait, no, it is my... Oh, my card. Okay, let's go. Wait, he said... But I can't read. Or... This data tabled. We already did it. Okay, let's go to the next room. Lamati.
Calyx hasn't bothered to show his face yet, I see. Maybe he hasn't noticed us? Or maybe he's just watching and waiting.
What else do they have in this place? If I read that map right, it must be a lot smaller than the Uwayawata facility.
Shale.
The scanner awaits. Hold the security card up to the panel, and it should unlock the door.
Sphene.
It seems not everyone who joined preservation became endless right away. There must have been research that required physical bodies.
Krile.
If there were others besides my parents who left preservation, where might they be now?
Okay, let's use...
A scanning device. It waits silently for a security card with the appropriate level of clearance.
Yes, it opened. So, where should we go first? The Deutera Lab or facilities?
Let's start with the lab.
Okay. It is a good thing, because I hate to decide something. It's like, it is not my thing. Shale?
HM, what does this sign say?
What sign? Sphene?
How strange. This door is not lit up like the others.
This one? Krile?
Shouldn't the security card open this door as easily as the last one?
Lamati?
What is it, Gulja?
Lamati, we have to smash this door, I feel like. Kalulja?
Shale. There doesn't seem to be any power here.
No, none at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit, which means there should be a contingency for opening the door. Look here. There's a sign above the card scanner. In case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. The facilities room is down the other branch of this corridor. Let's see about getting the power restored to the Deutera Lab, shall we?
Okay. Oh no, it is a puzzle. Okay, guys, be ready to sit here for another half an hour. Galulja?
Oh good, the terminal is lit up. That means we have power in this room.
Okay, Krile?
The Deutera lab must have required greater amounts of energy to operate. What kind of experiments were they conducting in there? Those are some
Ramati?
big, flashy floor tiles. I wonder what they're for.
Oh, Sphene?
So this room was for managing the power supply and utilities. I hope they kept security cards in here as well.
Okay. Shale?
Engaging power supply. No good. It's returning an error. There must be a preliminary procedure. According to this error code reference, if the power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time, then we need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panels.
Shale? That's the emergency generator over there.
Yes, and by the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage Bound.
But how does it send power to the other lab?
Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of this terminal leads down the hall, directly to the Deutera lab. Which means we need a way to connect the generator to that cable. What about these patterns on the floor? Could this be the circuit we need to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. Using the control panels set into each of the tiles, we create an unbroken path for the power to follow.
Ah, I see.
What I wouldn't give for an instruction manual. Indeed. If you could look around for any written procedures, I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator?
I can do it. I've used that type of machine before.
Then would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path, Sunoka? The rest of us can help by supplying Sunoka with whatever information might be found on the circuitry configuration.
Okay. And the interesting thing that I don't remember developers doing that in MSQ, like this kinda quests when you have to speak with comrades and salvage information from it for a key code or this puzzle. Shale?
I've locked in the power supply route and adjusted the current for optimal flow. Everything should be ready for when you've reconfigured the circuit.
It reminds me about that quest back in Endwalker with Thancred, stealth one. Okay, we have to rotate this one.
You must arrange the 4 tile patterns in the correct positions.
What is this? Which tile pattern will you set? A circle?
The circuit remains unchanged. The pattern you selected is the same as the one currently displayed.
Ah, I see. Oh my god. Oh, it is cooked. Okay, it should be, circle should be here. Wait, let me speak with Galulja.
The generator doesn't seem to need any fancy settings. As long as it's running and the circuit is fixed, we should have a power supply ready to go.
Okay, Lamati. Ooh, there's a...
Sunoka, take a look at this diagram. There's a note in the bottom left about backup power. Configure the 4 circuit control panels to provide an uninterrupted path.
Wait, circle is there. Circle. Okay, I see.
These symbols must represent the room we're in. If that square in the top left is Shale's terminal, then the bottom right should be the generator that Gulul is working on. HRM. It's hard to make out the rest. Assuming these are our 4 tile patterns, the bottom right is a square and the top right is half a circle? That's something to get you started, at least.
Well,
HMPH.
These appear to be data logs from a former age. My scholarly interest is piqued by a few of the labels, but none are relevant to the task at hand. I've also had no luck locating more security cards. We shall have to rely
What is
upon our
this?
backup power strategy, I'm afraid.
there is a sneakers in. No, it is not. Okay, it was square was here. Circle. Here was a thingy and triangle. Boom!
You have connected all the circuits.
Congrats, Gigabrain. I feel like,
It worked.
of course, yes.
We did it, Sunoka.
I feel good. I solved that puzzle.
The Deutero lab should now be fully powered. Well done, everyone. If I may, Shale, could we access a certain data log before moving on?
Actually, if I wouldn't speak with her,
I
it
was
will
checking the
be-
storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation. The early days is the title.
It will be harder.
Of course. It'll only take a moment to bring up the contents. It looks to be a text-based account. I'll read it out.
HMPH.
Preservation, an Alexandrian institute for technological development, was founded by Calyx, an 11-year-old child prodigy. Approval for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the storm surge, with Calyx's designs for new defensive solutions funded in large part by the Treasury. As the conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted, Calyx funneled Preservation's resources towards the perfection of memory storage. Research into this field continued even after the storm surge came to an end, with Calyx eventually electing to preserve his own memories in a virtual domain. So this account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once, before the storm surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calyx could not have been more than 10 years of age and required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet, still he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his achievements. Life should not be lost to the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So it was that when war came to our kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to this somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my sudden succession to the throne, I suspect they spared me the reports on endless research and other less urgent matters.
So you had no way of knowing what kind of person Calyx was changing into.
Did he change? I wonder. Perhaps he has ever been the type to value ideals over compassion, and I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs. That mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from this fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shape our future. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Deutero lab should be accessible now. I'll give everything a once-over just to be sure.
Let's go. Trial.
Had his own body not been fated to fail him so young, would Calyx have pursued his endless project with such fervor?
Lamatier.
Everything we read in this place sings Calyx's praises. The people who worked here must have truly idolized him.
Sphene.
That Alexandria survived the war was in no small part thanks to the defensive measures developed by Preservation. In that regard, I shall always be grateful.
Galulja.
Yes. The door has power now.
Okay, I understand.
The energy current seems stable enough. Still, you should let me handle this one. The security card, if you please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't burn me from the inside out.
Wait, she took all our cards.
Everything we read in this place sings Calyx.
Shale?
Right, I'll get this door open. Phew, smooth as silk. Let's head inside and see what awaits.
Maybe this guy just lonely and that's it. And he's like, yo, I need more bodies over here. 5,000.
Gods above, isn't that?
Oh, it is the key. Mythic Plus key.
The key to interdimensional fusion.
Wait, another one?
That looks to be a schematic on the monitor. And they've used it to make another key. But isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Sunoka has? We may have been laboring under a misconception. The key was originally a Millala relic. Once this treasure came into its possession, Preservation began working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us?
What will you say? The crystal itself is the key. This is just the device they made to control it. Let's go with the first one.
That would be the logical conclusion, yes. It is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with electrope, but never grasped the technology's underlying principles. To this day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion, not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calyx can track the key because its vessel was made by Preservation. I believe there is much we may learn in this room. On our next visit, I will have to enlist Ishtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I too am curious about a great many things, but pinning down Calyx's whereabouts is our priority. Hopefully there is a security card here that grants access to the director's office.
Oh, savage Krile.
The research conducted in this lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some of the personnel must have belonged to the organization's upper echelons, and that means higher security clearance. We should spread out and look for any cards they left behind. Remember, anything less than a level 3 is no good to us.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I got 2000 gil. I can change my hair again. Storage crate?
This lone storage crate is filled with document binders and other miscellaneous objects, none of which are security cards.
Oh. Galulja?
Why were they making so many vessels? Did the other ones not work properly?
Yo. It is a good question. Sphene?
I'll search through these drawers. One of us is bound to find something, I'm sure of it.
They wanted to harvest reflections, maybe. Other reflections.
This sturdy-looking shelving unit holds a storage crate and sealed barrels. No sign of any security cards.
Krile?
I keep holding out hope that I'll find some evidence of my parents here, despite knowing there is none.
Lamati.
Maybe someone left a card on a shelf somewhere.
There is a cookies. Oh no, it is regulators.
You find a security card in the cabinet drawer.
Oh, did you just find a security card? Well, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it to be sure.
Sus, Shale.
Well, if it isn't exactly what we needed. Nice work, Sunoka.
I feel that she's up for something.
Oh, a level 3. That should get us into the director's office.
So, what was it you were hoping to find in there again, Shale? You were saying that a certain device was going to help us. Right? I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, I performed a cursory investigation which detected a connection to an outside network. When I traced the data's routing, I confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep's security cameras. Considering the way Calyx is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control of the city's surveillance system and has been using it to monitor our activities. To monitor what you, as the key holder, are planning. But since Calyx is the ultimate recipient of those transmissions, the flow of data is like a river that we can follow back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I can analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all this surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calyx's position. That said, he has done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think I might be on entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. Back in the old castle, Calyx said he was measuring Sunoka's strength. What can he possibly dream up that's stronger than her?
Xenos.
Oh, speaking of cameras, there was another thing I meant to mention. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance feed in this room.
Oh, maybe it is all because of science? No, not science. Wait, Ascience. Science.
The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. I'll start the show then.
Okay.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calyx's vision.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research. I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come. Surely you...
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Ooh. Wait, but her device...
She only wanted to leave, and he executed her.
Oh, it is not good.
I checked the images against the personnel data, and the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calyx. The cameras in this room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Given that the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I am not surprised, given how my parents described their defection from the Institute. They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in on them. I dared not ask what became of them after that, but if it turns out they were captured by their pursuers.
What will you say? I'm sure they managed to escape. They did not regret their actions. I will go with the second one. We have no idea.
Right, the Echo. Knowing you saw them as they were, your words give me great comfort. Oh, Krile. Worry not, Sphene. Thanks to the Haven of Living Memory, I was at least able to meet my parents and learn what they stood for. It is enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. But what we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their movements. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Right, let's press on, shall we? This tale behind the key deserves a fitting conclusion.
To the director's office.
Yeah, let's go. We're getting closer and closer. Amati?
Hearing Krile talk about her parents reminded me of how much I miss Namika. I guess I'll never really get over it.
Oh, Namika.
If that man in the
Roja?
recording was Director Demetrius, then this must be his office.
Shale?
My earlier investigations put the data relay just past this door. Let's get it open, shall we?
Krile?
I don't expect to find any information on my parents in this next room, either. And that's something I can be proud of.
Sphene?
Was Calyx the one who gave orders to execute defectors? The more we learn about him, the less I understand.
Yeah, let's go in.
A scanning device. It waits silently for a security card with the appropriate level of clearance. You hold the level 3 security card up to the scanner.
There we go. Let's head inside. Now to find that data relay. And don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Sunoka, come with me. I might have need of that security card.
She needs all my security cards. Sphene?
This is a report on reducing people to ether and how much energy can be harnessed per individual.
Krile?
HM? Oh, my apologies. I was thinking about the key.
Key. Kalulja?
Something odd, something odd.
Lamati.
Huh, this Director Demetrius was very particular about how he decorated his office. We've got incense and vases and some kind of gem display.
Gem display. One gem is missing, look. Huh. I have no idea what does it mean, but... Okay. Shale?
Damn. This terminal isn't connected to any outside networks, so it can't be the data relay I'm looking for. This office is also smaller than the map suggested. I'm positive we're in the right room. What am I missing? Sorry, Sunoka. Could I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle?
Secret room.
The collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. You find a crumpled note wedged between the file binders. Secure room lift access requires passwords to be input simultaneously at terminals in the Protolab, the Deuterolab, and the director's office.
Oh.
Perhaps this discovery would be of interest to Shale.
Okay.
Having lain dormant for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen when it will be able to do so once more.
I need coffee now. Ooh. Okay,
Amongst other personal effects, you find what is presumably the director's data tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table.
closed locker. Examine the data table.
You pick up the data tablet and begin skimming through the
Tablet.
contents.
Daily reports.
Nothing of note. The mystery of the key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggered an explosion today. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core's energy reactions. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of 4 personnel sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation processing. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Milala researchers. Major incident. Details in full report. Those 2 inept Milala broke with preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calyx as physical instruments to conduct his experiments. Deprived of the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his disappointment in me. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to ether, which will be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calyx's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life.
Shutdown protocols.
All personnel have undergone processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I will proceed with my own corporeal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition. Whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise, it must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calyx requires. To that end, facility equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. You have located Director Demetrius's personal data tablet and
Open the locker.
the door to the locker swings open easily. It contains nothing of note. You quietly shut the locker door. You have located Director Demetrius's personal data.
Okay. Shale?
Have you found something?
Yes, Oh my god, it is cooked.
Thank you. A misplaced note, was it? With instructions for accessing a secure room, no less. Seems we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. There was no such room marked on the map, was there? No, a precautionary measure, no doubt. And if passwords are involved, I expect the access lift itself is concealed too. Concealed? By electrope, you mean? Could it be that wall? I thought it seemed odd when I walked past.
Remember what Carsua used to say, Shale? Never trust an electrope surface.
What will you say? Electrope isn't always what it appears to be. You can pass right through electrope.
Truly, it never had that property in my time. Sunoka is having a little fun, I think. What we mean is, electrope can project a false appearance. In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable.
Okay. I was sure you can.
Another
Oh.
door.
I've managed to deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I say we go ahead and try it. I agree. 2 people should prepare the lab terminals for input while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the protolab. Then I'll take the Deuterolab. Actually, it might be better if you stayed, Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria and its people could be needed here. Yes, you're right. If the passwords are hiding behind clues, that may be something I can help with.
I can help too. I've lived my whole life in Alexandria, after all.
I will take Deuterolab duty then. We can keep in touch via communicator to match our timing. Sunoka, you shall have the honor of entering the office password. Once we've determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wook Lamat and Krile through the process.
Okay.
You know, there was that display plate over there. The one with the gems? I thought since it was made of electrope, it might have some other purpose. But I couldn't find any switches or buttons to make it do anything. Maybe you can figure it out.
Lama T, there is one gem is missing. Lama T.
You have yet to discover enough clues to deduce the passwords. Try exploring the immediate area or conferring with your comrades until you have more information. Two jewels are embedded in this electrope plate. You identify the blue gem as a sapphire, and the red gem as a garnet. There also appears to be an empty slot for another jewel to fill.
Hello, Jam.
I kept searching the drawers with the books and found a cube puzzle made of electrope. It's probably just a toy, but maybe.
Solve the puzzle.
You got it. Let's see if I move this bit, then connect this circuit to that one. There. Ooh. There was something inside. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandrite. They say these gems were so treasured in the past that they named the kingdom after them. Here, you should hold on to this one, just
in case. Okay, thank you. I will lick it. Hello, Jam.
Someone must have hidden that Alexandrite in the puzzle. I'll see if there's any other interesting things I can find.
Okay, Shale.
Keep calm and everything will be fine. Both of you are quick studies.
Okay. Sphene.
I should take a closer look at these reports. One of them might have hints to the passwords.
Okay, let's put the thingy.
Two jewels are embedded.
Oh, great.
The gemstone fits snugly into place. Almost immediately afterwards, the glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase.
Okay, it is the map. Could this represent a decorative pattern, arcane circuit, a floor plan of this complex?
As you continue studying the display, you realize that these shapes correspond to the rooms of the complex in which you now stand. This may be related to the passwords you were looking for. The glowing words appear to be handwritten.
Yes, I knew that jewel would come in handy. Let me see. the stones. This must be about the special meanings Alexandrians have for gems. It's an old belief, I think, where each type of gem means something different. I bet if you ask Sphene, she could tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone.
This slot contains a garnet. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the Deutera lab.
Wait, I can't exit.
This slot contains an Alexandrite. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the director's office.
Oh, it is there, console, okay. Sphene?
Yes? If you have questions, you need only ask.
The symbolism of Alexandrite.
Well, I was taught that Alexandrite represents the concept of protection. It is, incidentally, also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, are you thinking this has something to do with the passwords? A sapphire and garnet as well, you say? Yes, they all have meanings. Alexandrite, as I said, is protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and garnet symbolizes devotion. We should try these words at the terminals and see if they're accepted. I certainly hope we're right.
You have gathered enough information to attempt entering the passwords.
We're all set to go. Here, Wook Lamat and Krile are just waiting on their passwords. Let's start with Wook Lamat in the Protolab. What word should she enter?
Ooh. I already forgot everything. What is the password for the Protolab? Ah, wait a second.
The scrawled phrase
Hit the stones. Called the game stones have a deeper meaning. But let me speak with Sphene again.
One more time to be sure. Alexandrite represents protection, sapphire honesty, and garnet devotion. And the password for Krile in the Deutera lab?
Ah, oh my god. Oh, dude.
This slot contains a sapphire. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the Protolab. This slot contains an Alexandrite. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the director's office. This slot contains a garnet. Its place in the floor plan corresponds to the Deutera lab.
One more time to be sure. Alexandrite represents protection, sapphire honesty, and garnet devotion.
Sandred protection, sapphire honesty, garnet devotion. Okay.
You have gathered enough information to attempt entering the passwords.
We're all set to go. Here, Wook Lamat and Krile are just waiting on their passwords. Let's start with Wook Lamat in the Protolab. What word should she enter?
Protolab. It is Sapphire in Protolab, and Sapphire it is Honesty.
And the password for Krile in the Deuterolab?
Is Garnet. Devotion.
And lastly, what will we input for the director's office?
Shall be Protection.
Right, we have all 3 passwords ready. Now to enter them into the system at the same time.
This part took me so long. Yeah, you just it's cooked a little bit. It is way harder than previous ones. For some reason, it's like insane spike in difficulty. I don't know.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so glad that worked. That secure room is the only place we've yet to search. If the data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll venture in as soon as Wook Lamat and Krile rejoin us.
Have to refill my tea. Okay, Krile.
Well, that went well. Excellent clue finding, Sunoka.
Sphene.
Speaking of gemstone symbology, for Alexandrians, Sphene holds the meaning of eternal light.
Eternal light.
When my parents named me, it was with their wish that I become an unwavering beacon of hope for our people. To think on it now, I have ever shared that destiny with my other self.
Lamati.
Great work, Sunoka. Leave it to you to divine passwords from an ornamental display.
Okay, Galulja.
We did it, thanks to you. And a little bit thanks to me, I hope.
Hey, Shale.
All right, everyone. Time to board the lift and see what awaits us.
What it will be.
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form. These data entities, as we might call them, have only 2 methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in living memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch. The other method, which Kafkiwa employed, is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
What will you say? Inside Electrope somewhere. In a world formed of data. We have to go into internet.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an electrope-based machine. We've seen such a realm before, after all.
Oh, you mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Fiend's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso terminal.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in living memory.
You did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended.
Man, I'm telling you, we had to use explosives.
The Meso terminal itself was deactivated, as evidenced by the failure of the device which was keeping Sphene's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
Ah, okay.
Let us say that the Meso terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calyx himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
But now you think Calyx might be responsible.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the Keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Time's up, and what a waste of time it's been.
Here we go. Here he is. The idiot.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary.
Picto level 100, let's
A
go!
not inconsiderable effort. I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
By the way, do you like Picto?
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there.
Wait, what? He's like... Come, erase me?
Break the memory bank and victory is yours. I, in turn, will seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
It is okay, big damage.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into Endless.
Great.
Consider the urgency of the situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calyx.
Maybe we have to evacuate people, like, faster?
The Endless Sphene. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task, then manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
See? I'm telling you, this guy is an idiot. Absolute. Like,
As her end drew near, Sphene and her restructured memories had become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine.
some people just dumb, but some of them just
Thus she
idiots.
was able to shield
And
you.
it's
The neighboring
different
sovereign to whom
things
she
a little bit.
entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key.
Okay.
I am unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching. Does that satisfy your curiosity?
Someone?
It does. And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
Oh, he's mad.
Sorry for losing my temper, but there's only one way we can deal with people like Calyx.
You know, there is some people that are really smart, but they are idiots. Like, literally. Wait, let me read. I mean the fact that our team character didn't go like... Bitch! We killed literally gods, kings, monsters, traveled to the other side of the universe. And you think that because you are a bit smarter than average, you stand a chance? But no. It's like... makes me wanna cut myself. Yo, don't do this.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price. And I won't let that happen.
The fact that we get to the edge of the universe on the spaceship, on Ragnarok, with a team of Loporids, like all together, but Xenos did it alone, like by himself. And this guy saved Warrior of Light S in the end. Like, hearing his voice alone makes the knives in my drawer sharpen themselves. What will you say? Yeah, I don't like this this guy either. It's like it could be, you know, it could be like a Giga S cool AI or something, like AI system that that became unhinged after Sphene got defeated. Okay, what will you say? I'm with you. Let's go. Oh, come on. Let's go with us.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Okay.
Phew. Well, that was an adventure.
It may not have been by the method Shale was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calyx and what we need to do next.
But to be honest, this part of MSQ I kinda liked. these puzzles and everything in laboratory. I know it is not for a lot of people, but for me personally,
Indeed. While I remain curious about Preservation's research into the key,
I kinda
that
like
is an
it.
investigation for another day.
Okay.
Then let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move.
Okay. I feel like if you like Soma, like or the type of games like Soma, you will like this MSQ. Because the idea itself is kind of cool about copying human mind in the digital world. But not that many people played Soma and liked this type of things, Kyle?
I've passed on the short version of events to our comrades so that we can all prepare for the challenge ahead.
Sphene?
It was my other self who entrusted you with the key. Though she could not change who she was, the consequences of her final choice linger, empowering us to shape our own future.
Kalulja?
Shale has been out of sorts ever since we got back. I don't think she liked what Calyx said. But don't worry, I'll do my best to cheer her up.
Okay, Lamati?
It's time to put an end to this. Calyx won't stop until we stop him.
Okay, Erenville?
The situation isn't the best out there. But at least you've come back to us safe and sound.
Okay. Shale?
Damn that bastard Calyx. He waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment of triumph. And that infuriating, condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel.
You smug little weasel. Okay.
Anyway, I know things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I may not be able to contribute much to a direct confrontation, I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can.
Okay, complete. Shale?
It's a shame that punching an endless does no damage. I'd love to rearrange that serene face of his.
Udi, you... Shale probably your favorite character in this sequence of MSQ. One of our own, okay?
Sunoka, we've briefed Erenville on everything that has happened and sent word to the others.
She's cool.
We've now but to
Yeah.
consider what our next actions will be.
I really like her.
Calyx has offered you the opportunity to confront him directly. And though it feels much like striding face first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso-Terminal, then that is where we must go.
Like all of the elves, MSQ characters are super nice. Wait, let me think about it for a minute. Wait, it is Giga true. Only Iemric by himself, like oh, I miss Iemric.
While I'm still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I can confirm that the relay we found was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. When you go to fight Calyx, pray let me fight alongside you.
Justinian, Harshophant, the Bishop, San, Iceheart, Alice. Alice? Yeah, I feel like you're right, like Urianger. Urianger, my favorite one.
Let me fight
It's,
for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become. But most importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow.
From the science, Urianger probably, yeah, my bestie. he's so cool. And Estinian, of course. What will you say? It has always been your fight as much as ours, if not more. Of course, but no reckless heroics. Okay, left everything to me. I think take a grim turn. If things take a grim turn, I will keep you safe. Let's go with the second one. I like him, but Y'shtola wins here.
Yes, I understand. I promise not to subject myself or the party to needless danger.
Y'shtola has such dark humor.
I'll
Actually,
be coming
she's
with
great.
you as well. You know my reasons. It hardly needs saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle.
I would like to see personally more story about Thancred and his thoughts and everything. I feel like he's kinda underdeveloped a little bit.
So adamant were Alice and the others on this point that they have already left for living memory. I am more than ready to do the same.
He could be like more a Dante from Devil May Cry, or something like that, like this type of guy.
I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially from anyone wearing neo-regulators.
Should you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back room.
I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. I know that sometimes you have to be patient and trust in your friends.
Oh, Sunoka. Krile and I think that we should talk to Gossen before we leave for living memory. Under Calyx's direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences, and we need to warn the officials in charge about what we intend. Justifications aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to become endless. Exactly. We don't know if Gossen will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing to do. Come, we should be on our way. Resolution first, yes?
Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over.
Okay. Well, he had focus like in Shadowbringers with Minfilia. Yeah. But he had, but I don't know. I feel like there is a lot of missed opportunities. Like he was always sad and I don't know, I feel like he's underdeveloped. Even with everything what happened in Shadowbringers. Kalulja?
I'll do whatever I can to help Shale and Erenville. It may not be much, but small things add up when you do enough of them.
It is actually nuts what happened to Thancred and this saga with Minfilia.
As I said, I'll be ready and waiting if and when you have need of me. Just make sure you come back in one piece.
Even people from my village have taken to wearing neo-regulators. I can only hope it doesn't end badly.
Okay, let's go. Actually, give me 2 minutes, I will make a pause. I'm sitting here like 2 hours straight, or how many? Okay, never mind. I will refill my tea and I will be back in 2 minutes, real quick.